Good morning, and look, a nice, fresh, hot, clean egg from the coop. And this one's green. See, it's not white. Always happy to pick those up from the coop. So I haven't vlogged in a couple of days because I've been busy with work, and it was Yom Kippur from sunset on Tuesday, the 22nd, to sunset on Wednesday, the 23rd. So that means fasting from sunset to sunset. I already failed by probably an hour or so on Tuesday night, but did my best. So Yom Kippur is a day of atonement. You ask for forgiveness for your wayward ways for the year. It's also remembrance of those who have passed. So it usually involves visits to the cemetery or memorials, those kind of things. My parents hold the only key to the cemetery where my grandfather's buried, and I believe my mom said before they go to Florida she's going to give me the key so I can have it, because you can no longer go around the fence where the way we used to, because the way you visit Jewish cemeteries, you place a pebble or a rock on the headstone, and it's really not headstones, they're all grave markers, so no one person is above another, so when you look at the cemetery it looks like it's empty, but it's not. And my grandfather passed when I was just 14, so it's been a very long time, but I still remember the amount of love he shared with me. So it's a solemn holiday. It's not the kind of thing you say happy Yom Kippur. You just wish people a easy fast, really. That's essentially it. I don't belong to a synagogue. My sister and her family do. They went to the temple. Kids have the day off from school for that specific reason, and the adults had a day off from work. My husband, I know I've mentioned this before, is Lutheran, or grew up Lutheran, and I grew up nothing until I was 12 or something. Yeah, until we came to this country. I didn't even know we had a religion when we lived in Soviet Union. Anyway, it's a very long story, but I'm kind of a mixed mutt, not just in race, but also in my religion. My maternal grandmother was Russian Orthodox, or grew up Russian Orthodox, and she married a Jewish man, my grandfather. So my mother is half Jewish, technically. Well, if you're going by Jewish laws, she's not really Jewish because it's the maternal bloodline that determines that. So my maternal grandmother grew up Russian Orthodox, but when she married her Jewish husband, my grandfather Aaron, and my grandmother's name was Larissa, she celebrated all holidays, but when I was born, she had me christened. So I'm kind of a mutt because my paternal side of the family is Russian Orthodox, and I don't know very much about them because my biological father was virtually not involved past my, I think, age 3 or 4 with me, and I saw him once before we left Soviet Union when I was a child, and never heard anything from him since. I don't even know if the man's alive. I doubt that he is, but I digress. So I'm only an 8th, so I'm a watered-down Jew. And my husband kind of makes fun of me for that, and not in a malicious way, but in a lighthearted way, because I've gone to church with him many a time. He's never gone to temple with me, but my gut has always been that I don't feel like I need to be in a specific building to have a belief. So that aside, I think I might be making some lemon bars today. How's that for a transition? So I found this mix in the mudroom when I was cleaning some stuff out, and I like this brand. So let's see, it requires a 1/3 cup of water and 3 eggs. Oh, that seems easy enough. Look at how beautiful they look. We'll see how close they come to this image. And we both love lemon, so we'll see. And look, fresh, hot egg. I am going to put it away so it doesn't roll off my desktop. And obviously, I'm working. So we had... What did we have for dinner yesterday? Oh, let me show you our dinner. and then I'll explain it. Alright, so I almost vlogged dinner, but because I was doing so much last night, yesterday was garbage and recycling, and I had to clean out the coop, change the water bottle, start dinner, and all of that after I finished working for the day and before Polly got home. Because I tried to have all the garbage and recycling ready for him to just, his one task a week is to bring the garbage can and the recycler every other week, because we get recycling every 2 weeks. Sorry, loud truck. Oh, speaking of waste, that was the waste disposal. That I get everything out to the canisters and he just pulls them out to the driveway. That's it. That's the extent of his responsibilities. He doesn't mow the lawn because I have a service that comes in. And I kind of take care of everything else in the house. Anyway, so I wanted to get all of that done. And I would have vlogged the dinner, but it just ended up being not conducive. I hope you guys understand. It's not because I'm trying to keep anything from you or that I don't want to vlog, but when I vlog or if I capture something from my blog in photos, it always takes 2 or 3 times as long. Dinner took the potatoes. I made the in case you were wondering what that image was, it's blade steak with a poivre sauce and red wine bliss potatoes with garlic and mushrooms, and those are delicious. I made those a couple of weeks ago from the potato recipe book that my mother-in-law sent me, Esther. Thank you, Esther. And Polly was kind of thumbing through it one day, and he said, oh, that looks really interesting. So I ended up making them. They were a hit. But this time, when I made them last night, or Thursday night, whenever you happen to be watching this, when I made them Thursday night, I scaled down the recipe. I used half the butter it called for, more beef stock, and a little bit more wine. And instead of using, I always kind of alter things. I just get an idea from a recipe, especially after I make it the first time the way it said. So instead of adding sage, I added half a bunch of dill because I had dill that I need to use up. Again, Thursday nights, I tried to kind of use up stuff from the refrigerator. So I had an open package of mushrooms. I had the potatoes. They didn't have to be used up, but I thought, oh, I can make the red wine potatoes. And I opened a bottle of red wine. I thought Polly might want to have a glass, but at the end of a work day, it's too hard. It's just he will get sleepy instantaneously and fall asleep in his food, and I didn't want that. So that's what we had last night for dinner. And then the last of our crispy cucumbers from the garden. I don't think there's going to be any more coming through. So I did get a lot of stuff done after work yesterday. I still have to do the Dollar Tree haul, which I just have not had the time for. And I'm thinking I might run out after work today and check another Dollar Tree. I'm looking for something specific, and I'd rather do one haul, even if it's combined from 2 different shopping trips, than 2 separate ones because they're kind of a pain. Anyway, so you've been staring at my laptop long enough. That's my work laptop. I'm going to go put the eggie away. I think I might make some coffee this morning. I was going to make a juice, but the last couple of days I've been making juice that I've had to strain because the blackberries have a lot of seeds that I'm not a big fan of. Not a fan of them in the very least. So between the blackberries and the strawberries, it's a lot of seeds for me. I just, I don't enjoy it as much. But, yes, I might as well show you yesterday's juice too. So that was blackberries, strawberries, banana, kale, cranberry apple juice, which is one of those natural, no sugar added, and chia seeds, and it was delicious. It looked like a chocolate milkshake. Obviously it didn't taste like chocolate milkshake, but it was very tasty. So, and you could barely kind of distinguish the greens. I'm trying not to overdo on greens because of the whole kidney thing, and keep an eye out. So I'm gonna go grab myself a nice big glass of water, put the eggie away, and resume with my morning. I figured I needed something hearty for lunch. Since I missed breakfast entirely, I did drink lots of water, but no breakfast. So this is the butternut squash soup, golden butternut squash soup from Campbell's and a box from Dollar Tree. And yes, there's 2 portions in here, and I'm going to eat them both. I did doctor it up with some hot sauce, the little droplets you see, and sour cream with some fresh dill. And I think I'm going to eat some pita chips. I have some garlic pita chips. So something soft and squishy, and I need something crunchy. I'm definitely texturally driven for food. So I'm going to enjoy my lunch and then return back to work. Well, I mean, I'm in front of my work. Friday has its perks, so I've grabbed my cameras, including the one I'm holding, a fresh cup of water, and I'm heading to Inspiration Station because Debbie's back from a trade show, I think in Florida. Maybe not. Florida, New Orleans? Somewhere down south. And she posted that there's a little reception to share the projects that she made while she was there, so I thought I'd run over there and show you guys. Wouldn't that be fun? Alright. Girls are eating, dogs have been out, and Polly called me and said, don't bother making dinner, we'll just have pizza tonight. And I said, okay, so that's what made me decide, fine, I'll go to Inspiration Station, so let's go. One of my favorite parts of the drive to Inspiration Station are the Canopy Trees. And I'm gonna put the camera down so I can merge into traffic. I'm going to give you an example of why it pays to check your bills sometimes. I systematically, I pay all the bills myself. In our household, I pay the bills. And I know most bills, some bills fluctuate and some bills do not. Like our cell bill occasionally will fluctuate. We have a family plan. My husband and I are on T-Mobile. And today I went to pay the bill and I'm looking and I'm like, that looks funny. Why is suddenly one of the lines $15 more a month? So we have 2 lines. My husband just has a dumb phone because he drops stuff on it with it. It's rugged and he doesn't need a smartphone. And I have a smartphone. So I have a data plan on my phone and he does not. And I'm looking at it, and my data plan was 5 gigs for $15 a month, which I thought, I'm never going to use 5 gigs, because I'm usually around a computer, like, all day long, because I work from home, and even when we're on the road, even if we're on a road trip or whatever, I would never really use up that much data minutes. Anyway, so I'm looking and I see that it's $30 in this month's bill, and I'm thinking, that's not right. I distinctly recall it was $15 for the plan, for the additional data. So I checked and I saw that as of January of this year, they started charging me double instead of the 15 for the 5 gigs of data. So I called them and I explained, could you tell me why the change was made, when it was changed, and by whom? My husband never has access to this information. He wouldn't even know how to get online, so I know he's not the one who did it. So they looked to see, the customer service rep looked to see and explained to me that it was a system change, so it wasn't initiated by the customer, by myself or my husband, and it was the upgrade from 5 gigs to 7 gigs for $30. And I asked, why would I want to pay double for 2 additional gigs when I've never even used the 5 gigs a month that I had? So she explained that you must have been notified and you were okay with it. I'm like, I don't remember notifications. This is a paperless account. So, well, you probably got a text message about it. I'm like, really? You're going to just text message me that you're going to double the cost of the plan option? I was getting really irritated. I said, if you look at the account information over the course of however long I've had the data plan, that I've never come anywhere near using up the 5 gigs. Why would you think I would be okay with you just bait and switching to 7 gigs for double the cost? So this is what they did. She put me on hold, and because I was expecting a credit. I've never used it. I didn't authorize it. I didn't request it. The system did it. I think this is kind of a scammy thing that T-Mobile's doing. Probably other companies do as well, but I rarely really scrutinize this bill very much because it fluctuates so seldom. I must have not noticed when it changed in January. It's actually the January to February bill. I don't know what the dog just heard. So they said, the woman comes back and says, I spoke with my manager and this is what we're going to do. We're going to clear out your bill for this month. So our monthly bill is $94.23. I said, really? Because you've overcharged me? Shush. $15 for 9 months. That's $135. It's not $94 and whatever cents. Plus the current bill has the overchargement in it. So, but the way she explained it, and I just kind of shut my mouth at that point, is you can only bring up a discrepancy on your bill 2 months out. So because I just noticed it going all the way back to the January to February bill, they gave me the courtesy of paying off covering the cost of the current bill. And I switched to a lower gig, so I have a 3 gig data plan for $10 a month. That's way better than 30, and I never use it, so, ugh. There you go, my mini T-Mobile rant. So, check your bills. Oh, and you know what the other thing is I found? Paulie's been using 411 on his cell phone, and 1 month it was over $20 in charges, so I'm going to have a talking to with him when he gets home. It's ridiculous. Why he can't call me and ask me to look something up? I mean, I know he's trying to do it out of convenience, but come on. No phone number or address is worth $20 lookup amount. I know he's doing it for work, but then work should pay for it, right? You think I can expense that? Because over the last 9 months of this year, it's probably like close to $100 that he has spent on calling 411 on his phone. Ugh. So yeah, that's a ridiculous expenditure. But I will have a chat with him about that. So there you go, that's that. So I think what I'm going to do is edit now because we're just having pizza tonight, as far as I know. Well, hopefully Paul gets out of work in time to go pick it up unless he wants me to go run out and get it. So you may or may not see more, but if you do, it'll be bonus footage. And there's dinner. These are Vietnamese spring rolls. It's the ones that have the vermicelli and they're in rice paper. Yummy, but I totally have to learn how to... Hold on a second, please. Do you see me? I'm taping. Don't put that on greasy thing on there. I don't care. Don't put that on top of there, please. Most of our customers are boys.
And girls. Make love
boys. Yeah, boys. Anyway, so I have to learn how to make this. All I really need is rice paper because everything else is super easy. It's vermicelli, lettuce, and filleted or butterflied shrimp. Hello, easy peasy. And hoisin sauce. Yeah, so that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you so much for stopping by and keeping us company. Hopefully we'll see you all tomorrow. I have hiccups. Don't forget about that thumbs up.
Go back now. Later.